Aw, animals.
That's wild. Scientists are ecstatic over the discovery of an exceptionally rare two-headed copperhead alive in the wild. A woman in Northern Virginia spotted a baby copperhead snake slithering in her yard, and upon closer inspection, found it had two heads. Radiographs revealed that each head has its own brain, trachea, and esophagus, but shared a heart and set of lungs. Scientists say it's better for the right head to eat, based on the snake's anatomy, but are attempting to feed the left head due to it being more dominant and responsive. Two-headed serpents are a rare find in the wild. They often have trouble coordinating their movements when responding to danger, which contributes to their short lifespans. The competing heads also tend to fight over food, though this copperhead's mutation is such that the heads don't quarrel and seem almost oblivious to each other. Herpetologists will continue to monitor the snake and likely place it in a zoo or educational facility if it survives. Snakes everywhere.
Snake busts into internet cafe and scares the crap out of patrons. A group of users at an internet cafe in Ang Thong, Thailand got the shit scared out of them when an unexpected customer showed up at the door. The security camera footage captured on April 8th shows the moment the sneaky serpent, a rat snake, enters the room and immediately causes chaos, jumping into the joint and slithering around the room as the poor lads try to get on top of chairs or run for their lives. Here's some great news. We've got multiple angles to show you, and as you can see, each is just as entertaining as the last. Take another look at that angle in slow-mo, and you'll see the snake try to bite onto that poor guy's behind. He doesn't look too thrilled about it, does he? This is the camera angle from just outside the cafe. Keep an eye on the door there, and you'll see the slithery reptile spring through the gap the second he sees an opening. Wow, that guy's fast! Luckily for the jumpy patrons, rat snakes are not venomous, and as their name suggests, they typically feast on rodents and birds, suffocating them using their killer constriction technique. But the threat of death or serious injury aside, that's still no way to start a productive day. Where's Samuel L. Jackson when you need him? Snake gets stuck in woman's earlobe. This woman's earring game is next level. In case you're wondering, no, this wasn't a case of animal cruelty, but a crazy mishap due to a super-gauged earlobe and a pet snake that just couldn't resist a good hole. On January 23rd, 26-year-old Ashley Glowy was taking some fun selfies with her slithering sidekick, Bart, a ball python. These particular snakes happen to really like hiding in holes, and while Ashley was framing the shot, Bart darted through. At least halfway through. Freaked out, Ashley called the fire department, but snake removal surgery isn't exactly their specialty. So she went to the emergency room, where doctors had to numb her ear, lube up that lobe, and using some string, pull Bart all the way through, unharmed. Wow! Ashley posted these photos to her Facebook page, which have since gone viral and led to her doing the media circuit. Now she and Bart can bask in internet fame.
A 3-foot-long giant viper? Yikes! A dad in England who was bitten by a giant viper that slithered into his kid's stroller is now out of intensive care after fighting for his life. 27-year-old Josh Rose was picnicking at a park with his 2 sons, his sister, and her husband when he spotted a giant viper underneath his son's stroller. As he attempted to remove the reptile, the snake, reportedly a common European viper, sank its fangs into Rose's right index finger. Ouch! Within minutes, Rose went into anaphylactic shock. He later said he felt paralyzed and was even foaming at the mouth. A passerby was able to beat the vicious reptile away with a wooden stick. Paramedics soon arrived at the scene and spent an hour thinning Rose's blood and pumping him with adrenaline after his heart rate dropped to 4 beats per minute. Rose was taken to a hospital where he was placed in intensive care. His family says they believe he only had minutes to live after he was bitten. But fortunately, timely medical assistance and 24 hours of intensive hospital treatment saved Rose's life and he was sent home to his kids. Wonder if he'll ever go on a picnic again. Snakes on a plane! This video captures the jaw-dropping moment when a snake slithered into the passenger section of an Aeromexico flight. The plane was en route to Mexico City from Torreon in northern Mexico on Sunday. Passenger Indalecio Medina said the person next to him saw the snake emerge from an overhead storage bin. Medina got up, then everyone else on the flight noticed the snake and unbuckled their seatbelts to keep a safe distance from the scaly intruder. The snake then dropped down to the space between rows 5 and 6, allowing a couple of passengers to use a blanket to grab it and put an end to the drama. The flight was quickly granted priority landing after the pilot contacted air traffic control at Mexico City Airport. Aeromexico said they're investigating how the snake got on the plane and will take measures to prevent such incidents from happening again. Man, where's Samuel L. Jackson when you need him? Because that was a motherfucking snake on a motherfucking plane.
Not once, not twice, but 3 times. A Virginia woman hoping to get a big, juicy steak instead got a substantial helping of snake, with a side of venom. While walking through the foyer at Longhorn Steakhouse with her family, Rachel Merrick's left foot got chomped on by an unlikely culprit, thrice. Initially thinking she got stung by a bee or hornet, Merrick groped her foot and realized to her horror that there was an 8-inch copperhead snake attached to it. After quickly shaking it off, her boyfriend and son stomped on the snake to kill it. They then called 911, but left the dead snake on the floor so the EMTs could confirm what it was. Waiting for help was excruciating as Merrick's foot quickly began to swell. When the swelling later spread all the way to her hip and thigh, doctors gave her antivenom. She has since been released after spending over 5 days in the hospital, but says the recovery will take about 3 more months. Ouch. Copperhead bites aren't fatal to humans, but they are pretty painful. The restaurant still doesn't know how the snake got in, but suspect it may have slithered in from a retention pond down the hill. Probably wanted a nice juicy steak too. Indonesian woman gulped down by massive python. An Indonesian woman who went missing last week was unfortunately discovered in the stomach of a 23-foot python. According to the AFP, 54-year-old Watiba went missing Thursday night while taking care of her vegetable garden. When she failed to come back from her garden, around 100 villagers and family members went looking for her. They found the 7-meter-long python about 30 meters from Tiba's sandals and machete. Residents killed the python and found Tiba had been swallowed head first and her body was discovered intact. Giant pythons have been known to take down small animals, but attacks on people are rare. Guess that's not really important to Tiba.